So how many are playing?
Right, there are five people in this tiebreak, and they are playing a simple score. The top 4 go through to the finals.
So 4 of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is of course Paul Englert, who's coming to help with commentating. Tell me if you can hear him okay. I've got another microphone I can switch on in if not. So do you want to talk us through the game? Well, do you want to tell us first why aren't you in the final?
Because reasons. Because I was tired, obviously. I just didn't play too well in some of these games.
Yep.
And it's only 4 players that make it, so if you make a few mistakes, that's probably it.
Yep. Okay, so what would you be doing now? You need a high score. Multi-ball?
It's 4 out of 5, and one player is usually gonna have a very bad game, so we just cash one once the fish. So
just
can have some points.
So you're safe, yeah. Okay.
Like one of them is probably gonna get 3 house balls.
Yeah.
If it was 1 out of 5, I would play multi-ball and get a lot of points from that. But like this, I don't think it's worth it.
Yep. Yep.
He might be trying to start multi-ball and then during multi-ball pick up the captive ball to maybe get those.
And get video mode maybe prepared, yeah.
Video mode and rock the boat are the 2 good ones.
So Toby straight into multi-ball. So this is a nice way to start a tiebreaker. That was a great catch. So this actually works now. So if you can find out where that is on the screen, I can't see it there. You can draw on that button.
So you draw, and then how do you delete it again? Or?
You press that and you draw on it, and then you press that and you delete it.
So right deletes or scroll with
the button there, and you can do the same
button or whatever.
The little square button there.
Okay. So he's gotten 1 jackpot already, or that's the end of multi-ball.
Okay, but that's ball 1, 32 million. So
it's ball 2 actually, I think.
Is it ball 2?
He lost the first one.
Okay.
From like a half ramp. But he could have just gotten that score with a monster fish and would have been.
Exactly, yeah.
And he would have also gotten the points for ramps.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's going for it.
Yeah, and this is the safe strategy. But that's Toby's little dance. So Toby is definitely not safe here.
No.
I'd say 40 million, definitely achievable by the other 4 players. We've got somebody saying more machines need the spinning flipper from Monopoly. I don't think we'll put that to the vote. Do you think?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know. The spinning flipper on Monopoly. Can you name with that or? I've never really played that game. What does it mean?
No idea. That's the game I would always try and avoid. Right, so you've been at school today?
Yes, I just went here after school.
That's dedication. You know, it's like work. School gets in the way of your pinball, isn't it? It's like, it's one of those necessary things that you have to do.
Yeah, it does mean. For me, I guess I'm kind of lucky that school for me is somewhat easy.
My stream stuff isn't updating for some reason. I'm going to switch that off. Right, so this is Stefan Herold. Stefan is Germany number 3, I think he's just behind you.
Yeah, he is. Maybe that's Toby now. I don't actually know.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. And if Stefan was actually playing the captain ball, I think there. But Stefan is a very, very careful player. He's very methodical, and he will definitely play this. I mean, he knows now all he needs to do is get past 40 million.
Yeah.
So.
I guess that's kind of the advantage of not having to play first. You kind of know what you have to do.
Absolutely.
And can adapt.
Yeah.
If he gets this one at 30 million and then just play some labs, he should be safe.
Yeah, there we go. So
it's gonna get 4 million from those 3.
Yep.
So it's the same.
So 4 million, nearly there with that. His bonus probably is actually. So now you can start thinking, okay, let's get into first position because
Is that even any advantage in the finals? Or
you get to play first.
don't they like draw cards or something?
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they draw cards for places. But because you're doing a tie break, I wonder if you could actually make it the advantage of the player that comes first. We won't because we'll finish. We won't play it out, will we? Once it's decided who's dropping out, then the game will finish. So I think they could actually end this game about now.
Yeah, probably. Nah, he's not quite over it yet, but without bonus, probably.
Yep. Well done, Stefan. Okay, so that's Toby in dangerous position.
I mean, there's still 3 people to go.
Yeah, true. Right, I'm going to pinch this and see if I can get the... Yes. That's better.
Yeah, so Toby is in front of Stefan as the screen tells us, so he's probably 3 in Germany.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we need to look at the rankings. So we've evening fist bingo. Good to see you back on here again. And were you just recently on the Jeff Teolis show? Well, Jeff Teolis, of course, posted today the interview with Tobias Wagemann, our country director. Have you listened to it yet?
Yes, I've listened to it on the car ride.
Yeah, we did on the way down. It's really good, isn't it? It came across really well. They really, I mean, he really should be playing Monster Fish, without any question here.
Yeah, he just needs 40 million, I think.
And he's not. He's playing a bit of a dangerous game, I would say.
Ooh.
Oh dear. So he's been in the lead all the way through on this tournament, pretty much. Why would you smack the ball like that?
You know, maybe he was going for the combo into the lock just to get those 2
Just
millions.
to get the 2 million, yeah.
But I don't
what a
think
really good idea.
I mean, if he can pull it off several times, he can get it even multiple, but...
Yeah, but you wouldn't play multi-ball here, would you? That's gone. So Toby's safe. Toby will be thanking his lucky stars there. Yeah. And it's what you said, somebody is going to have a really bad game. Yeah. Okay, so this is Benny.
Ooh. That's coming back.
No, there's not much of a ball save on there. Why would you do that?
I mean, he just needs 9 million, so maybe he just wants the easy 2 million. I don't know.
Okay, so get in the flow. Oh. Yeah, okay, so he's
Probably
okay now.
has it.
Oh, he's not safe yet.
At this point, probably just shoot the loop to get the fish value, and then he should be done. But
Yeah. How many little fishes does he have? He has 4.
it's 4 of
He's got
6.
4 little fishes.
But he
so-
doesn't need the monster fish hurry up, he just needs the points from ramps to be safe.
Yeah. So one more ramp, and that should do him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So he doesn't need the monster fish. He will like to get it just to finish it off. There we go. So that's end of game. Well done, Benny. 28 million. So last player is Flavio.
Italia!
Italia! thought he was actually doing that in his game there. I thought, why is he throwing 2 balls away? Oh dear.
Illegal practice.
Yeah,
Disqualified.
that's right, yeah. Out of the game, yeah, barred. Never come back to Fulda again. Flavio is an absolutely great player. I mean, he's been rising up through the ranks as well, hasn't he, for the last couple of years. Been to Fulda many, many times. A very, very careful player, isn't he? He's sort of he's a tough player, but he's also very controlled in what he does.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that's finished. Can't get the monster fish though.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but
It's a matter of pride, isn't it?
yeah, but he's got it.
Yeah, but he didn't get the monster fish.
Yeah.
I think we should bar him for that as well. So
Definitely.
yeah, bar him for draining the balls at the beginning and
I think we have
and
to
again.
remove like 8 million maybe.
Yeah, I agree. And then he's out.
So what are they playing for the finals?
Right. Okay. Now Stefan's going to come in. I might leave you and Stefan actually to do a bit together. We'll do this one. The first machine is Godzilla.
The premium or the normal?
The LE.
The L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll switch over. What were they doing on that?
They're just plunging the balls. And Tobias is doing illegal practicing again.
Illegal practice. Yeah. Out. I mean,
He's shooting the ramps. Do you see that? What a hardened criminal.
And he's the tournament director. You know, I mean, who's the guy that says no free play? I mean, what is this? Is this free play?
I can't believe this.
I can't believe it.
This
I
is
mean,
just sad at this point.
anybody that knows Toby on the stream, you know, can anybody believe that he's practicing captain ball shots now? I mean, you know, this.
He's testing the tilt.
So the first game of 3 is going to be on Godzilla. I'm going to try that player thing again. Let me go look.
It's only 3 though.
We've only got 3 players. What happened to the 4th player?
Disqualified.
Disqualified. Yeah, we said he was going to be disqualified. So 6:35 there. Okay, 6:35 evening. That must be America. It's, Pittsburgh area, somewhere around there.
So they're already playing right now, are they?
Yes,
or
they
is
are.
he just doing testing?
No, he's probably
Okay.
just having some free play to get to know the machine. No, this is the actual game. So let me try with the machine that we can. No, we've still only got 3 players. We don't want any more players. At least we know who 3 of them are. So this is Toby Wagemann. You might have guessed that. So, what have you worked out so far on Godzilla?
I have not played this game that much, and it's quite new. But
Are you going to get trained on this at Pinball Universe?
I've played it there, but not a lot. Was usually occupied. I know some things with the rules and some things you can do, but not really everything there is.
Okay. But I personally think it's a really, really nice looking unplayed machine.
Yeah, it's great
yeah.
shots. And
The shots seem to be sort of very natural flow.
yeah, I just feel like the right ramp is rather difficult for me. I usually can't hit that.
Okay.
And if it goes halfway, then it's usually
Yeah, straight
dead
back at
center.
you. Yeah. So
So he's gone into his first battle, it seems. The Gagan one, where he comboed the 2 ramps.
that's okay. So shoot 2 ramps. That starts the battle.
If you shoot both ramps, you live battle at the scoop, and then you can pick one.
Okay.
And the first battle you pick, I think it is always 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And then later you unlock the 2v2 battles, but I've not really gotten that deep into the game
Okay,
yet.
so this is obviously Godzilla versus Geigen.
Geigen. I don't know.
And that seems to be the one that everybody picks, but maybe that's because that's the one everybody picks rather than that's the right one.
Maybe it's the one that the game offers you first.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I know the streams I've watched, they always pick that one. When they like this, go around, they say, "Oh, Geigen, we'll play Geigen." And I don't think that's anything knowledgeable. I think it's just watching what everybody else does.
I actually feel like it's a difficult one. Like, he starts multi-ball now, and multi-ball is obviously not that good if you want to combo round shots.
And this is the LE, so this the elevator goes up and the balls drop pretty much straight down the middle. And I did mention on the stream earlier that if this was a World Championship and Josh Sharp had adjusted all the settings, you wouldn't get a ball set. so you get a multi-ball, 3 balls going straight down the middle, and that'd be end of ball. I think that would be quite funny.
So I think his mode timed out just before he started this, so he just has the multi-ball now.
Okay, so just managed. So during multi-ball, you just want to be shooting for the blue shots, I guess.
Yeah, I think if you shoot them several times, they change in color and in multiplier.
Ah, okay.
So the yellow ones are 3x, green is 2x, or something like that.
Okay.
And at some point, it lights super, but I don't know when.
Spikes are starting to glow.
That's important to know, isn't it? Is when the super lights and where it lights.
I think it lights up the house shot.
The center shot.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that it's there. So I think he gets to change city. I don't actually know what that does to you.
Paris. Okay, we'll go to Paris.
Paris.
Toby's going to Paris. Paris is nice. Have you been to Paris?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yep. So it is a really, really nice city.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Godzilla's heat ray is building. Godzilla is headed towards the power lines.
Starts the power line mode. I think it's something with the spinner that starts this, and then I think it just kind of keeps going on until you lose the ball.
Okay.
But
so the centre shot looks to be what he should be shooting for, which he does, and then they get the magna grab thing.
now he has to shoot the loop to cash this in. I think it lights every time you complete a multi-ball or something.
Yeah. And there did he get it?
Yeah.
Yes, he gave it him, but it was only 4 million. I've seen that a lot higher.
Yeah, if he gets a second destruction jackpot lit at any point in the game, it will be ×2.
Okay.
And of course, since he has done more stuff in the game until then, he will also have a higher base value.
Okay. Okay, so Geigen is a good choice for people who can hit ramps.
Godzilla seems quite ready to attack. Godzilla is now making his way to the city's main line of defense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh wow, that was fast. And that's the problem with the bumper in that position, isn't it? You've got to be so careful. But I'm guessing that was a pretty good ball.
Yeah, pretty good score.
87 million from ball one is a good start. Hey, and we've got 4th player back.
Oh, wow.
Hey, hello, Stefan. Yeah, that's very nice of you to drop in.
Yeah, good ball, and he hasn't really played most of his multi-balls yet, only one. So he still has those almost ready for him to get more points.
Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can get scores back. I'll refresh that. Look at that. Okay, so we've got scores back on there as well. Whether it will continue to refresh, I'm not sure. Something seems to freeze. And that's another shot I really like, the flipper shot under the spinner shot under the flipper. It's like really clever in the way that's been designed. It's
the flipper's just kind of hanging there.
yeah, true, yeah.
Attached to it,
like, yeah.
But it still works. You can just shoot anything when it comes from the orbit.
It's a magical flipper. It's suspended there for no reason. It's just that's done. Oh.
So I think he has his mode lit, or we can't really tell because the light is hidden due to the angle.
Okay. So Benny's actually quite new to pinball, you know that?
I mean, I've known him since I started playing, so I can't tell. But is he?
Yeah. He's only been playing a few years, and when he first started playing here, he didn't know any of the games, and he had to spend a hell of a lot of time learning the rules on everything. I mean, he's been pretty high, hasn't he, in position?
He's like 87 right now.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah, the half inner loop is always quite deadly on this.
Watch that drain again. That's there we go, straight now.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing you can do about those. That's just gone. So okay, next player is Flavio.
Italia!
Every time you say Flavio, you have to press that button. Got vid couplets. Taking vid couplets is Slovenian vid. And the ooh, wow.
If he did not try to save that, he would have probably gotten it back.
He would have probably got it back. I know it was, yeah, because he took too long in doing it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, okay, not a very good start there from Flavio.
Godzilla has been spotted coming out of the ground in Tokyo. The people of Earth wait with
Vid couplets. It's how to pronounce his name. No, that's wrong. I mean, the letters in your name, Vid, do not spell that. What's Toby doing in the chat?
Good question. How is he even typing right now? He's literally standing there.
Yep. He should be focusing on the game though. Nice reaction. Well played, Stefan. So, do you want to be shooting this big green thing here?
I think first you shoot the spinner a lot, and then it kind of turns and brings up these targets, and you can bash on them for a bit, and then you get a multi-ball eventually.
Okay.
I mean, I think in a long term, it's a thing that you should consider going for, but not like as the first thing you do.
So the first thing is ramps.
I would first shoot ramps, then go for a mode.
Wait till the center shot changes color.
Yeah, the ramps also damage the building.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And if it goes to 0% stability, you can lock your balls for multi-ball.
So that half grabbed then. But... So do you think Stefan knows what he's doing, or do you think he's just shooting things?
I think he knows what he's doing. He was aiming for that scoop to start the mode, so I'm pretty sure he knows about that.
Okay. So what did he select? Is he going to select? Yeah, because everybody does. Yeah? And nobody knows what any of the others do, because everybody chooses that one. Anybody in the chat know why that's the mode that people start? Is it,
Well, maybe if you combo your ramps, you will get your building stability down, so you can also get the multi-ball. That might be a reason.
yeah, okay. So again, you want to be shooting. Oops, that's dangerous.
Not even a warning for that.
We could have a replay on that, but we've just done a replay. So if you want to do a replay, just press that button that says replay.
The one that says replay, or
Yeah, the one that says replay. It sort of gives you a clue.
it's quite
you know.
intuitive.
It is. I could make it say something else if you like. If you wanted it like, you know, I don't know, play things live or something, you know, repeat ball 2. He's lost his rhythm a bit here, hasn't he?
And these ramps, they really need clean shots, or they will go all the way. So if you're out of the rhythm, it's difficult to shoot them.
3, 2, 1.
So centre shot. Still the one late. Oh no, they've all okay. So that's mode finish. So you now need to shoot more ramps.
Yeah.
But he's got Start City. Is that Start City lit there?
I think that's Change City, but I don't know.
Start City would be in Roadshow, of course, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, it seems like Star City or Change City.
Power drain again for Stefan. So that's the end of ball 1. We move now. Toby stepping up ball 2. And I wonder if my player numbers work. This is player 2. This is nobody. You can't say Toby's nobody. That's really not fair. Ooh, is that coming back?
Nope.
Nope.
Can one axe the playfield on Godzilla? I think that's actually possible. There's like these 3 characters, and you can get them somehow. I don't know how, but one of them will give like 2x playfield for 60 seconds or.
Okay.
And the other is left outlane safe, and the third one is edible during multi-ball.
Okay, so
It's a bit like Star Wars where you use the button and.
oh, okay. There's a guy called Random Pinball who obviously knows this machine reasonably well. He says it's not Start City, it's Change City, but I think Start City makes a lot more sense. I mean,
Obviously.
you know, use things from other pinball machines. Why would you want a new name?
Yeah, we don't have as much memory. We need to.
And we don't have a road show here anyway, do we? So he's aiming. This is now, because it's green, that's the mode start. Yeah.
So now a turn and the targets are up, and he has to shoot each of them once, and then it turns again, and he can start the multi-ball, I think.
So the target's as in the front of the spinny thing.
Yeah.
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 So he.
Blue right now.
Yeah. And there's also an action button. So when the action button flashes blue, I've seen it do
Yes.
that. Is that just an indication to press it, or do you know?
So here's how I think it works. When shooting the spinner, you load up your heat ray,
Okay.
and if you press the button, you need to really you have to press it for like 3 seconds and not let go of it.
Oh right.
Then
so
it caches in everything that's lit at the moment.
okay.
So I was playing with someone at Pinball Universe, and they had like 2x playfield, multi-balls and modes going, and they used the heat ray, and they got like 350 million just from the heat ray.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it can be very valuable, but you have to load it up first, the spinner. And
But that's
yes,
unusual. I mean, to hold your finger on a button rather than just hit it. So
you will have like kind of a progress bar on the screen
yeah.
telling you when.
Oh,
it's
okay, so
ready.
you can see it. Yeah.
So he has multi-ball ready at the house. Does he want to start a mode first, or?
Let's see.
Nope, doesn't seem like it.
Godzilla seems quite ready to attack.
So obviously you would at this point. Oh, it's going for it. It was going for mode start then, wasn't it?
Yeah, and now he also has the Mecha Godzilla multi-baller at the spinner.
Okay.
So if he shoots that, that's also multi-ball. But you can't stack them, as far as I know.
So he takes the first multi-ball, gives us a smile, so he's obviously quite pleased with that. You can select which alley you get with the right flipper.
And how do you get them? Because
Don't know. You get alleys by consecutive loops or shooting down fighters.
okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
So you light them by shooting those things, and then you get them at the scoop, or how does it work?
You get them at the school. The last bit about changing alley was new to me. Thanks, Random Pinball. Yeah, thank you very much. Any help on these new machines is welcome. We're going to be seeing the Mafia shortly, and that's not a machine that we get at Fulda very often.
So I think he's got super jacked on it now. The house is flashing like crazy. There it is, 6 million.
Oh, that was the unfortunate drain. So, do you know what all these do? These markers here?
I think they're just indicators for how close you are to multi-ball.
Okay.
So if you keep destroying the building, they light up and they show you how close you are.
Okay, so is he going to choose Gigan? Maybe. He might
He
do,
has a
but
multi-ball lid, so
it does.
I'd say choose the one that has all the shots at once.
Yeah, okay, and it must tell you on here when you're selecting.
Yeah,
it says it's
shows
moving
whether he's
round,
going
and it's
for
like
Geigen.
yeah.
What even is that?
Okay. So, oh no! Wow.
Yeah, that's the half ramp I was talking about.
And he was holding the heat ray, which was his finger on the button?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't think it was too good to use that at this moment because he only had the 2 ramps lit and not a lot at once.
Yeah, okay. And Random Pinball saying that the scoop is where you collect the alley.
Okay.
So... Oh, it's coming back. Okay.
I got lucky there.
It's hit that blue target 3 times now. And that's the trouble with pinball, isn't it? Once you sometimes don't adjust. And he's only off by a tiny bit, yeah. But straight up and down that ramp. Shall we have a replay on that as well? Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Halfway up the ramp and straight back down again. So. So I'm sure we're going to be waiting a little while before Stefan steps up for his ball too. I like his t-shirt. STO is his tag name, so that's quite nice. Have you got one of those?
Oh no, I don't.
Why?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You should have a Germany t-shirt for going to the World Championship next year.
I mean, maybe I should get one, but I honestly don't know where, so... Yeah. Why are you asking such questions?
I'll talk to your dad, because he needs the t-shirt. Your dad was actually asking if he could get one of these. I was in the JDL pinball shirt, and I said no.
Oh.
He said because you've got to be somebody really special in pinball to get one. He said if if you want to get past Paul, then maybe he would order an extra large. Yeah, maybe not. It's a dangerous shot, that centre, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it goes just in there, but there's actually two big rubbers behind the plastic that we can't see, and if you hit them, then it comes screaming back down. So that's lock one.
That's lock two.
Does he start a mode first, or does he just play the multi-ball?
And you see the ball's collecting up here, that's why they shoot straight down the middle. So take the multi-ball, or you've got to do something else, haven't you? Any stern game, you have to do something else.
Yeah,
he's
going for the mode. Definitely try for the scoop there.
Yep. But the scoop is currently on, we're still calling it Start City, so...
It's never really been an easy shot.
Well, it can't be, presumably you can't backhand it either.
It's kind of blocked by the bumper.
Okay, nice shot. So, where's he going? Paris? London? Paris? Here we are. Okay.
Nobody messes with the USA!
So, he's also going diving.
And he's got multi-ball ready, so one shot for multi-ball.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Two huge monsters are about to fight.
This is where you really don't want to lose the ball. Nice shove, that was... yeah, but it was worth taking, wasn't it?
I mean, you might want to slow down
oh,
a bit
nice.
now,
Okay.
though. Because I think that
take your time till Bob is still
yeah.
swinging, yeah.
But kind of,
so,
if he was to hold them now, he would waste his ball saver in the multi-ball.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So here they come. Whee! I mean, that really is not nice, is it? Sort of reminds you of Stern's Indiana Jones with the 6-ball multi-ball where they all come pouring down.
It's actually a very cool feature in that game.
Godzilla seems to be ready in an attack of some kind. Godzilla is approaching.
Oh, he tipped that out, unfortunately. So is this still in his mode, or is mode finished?
Mode probably has timed out. Yeah.
Oh, the tilt. The I like the
I
tilt.
love how the dudes are dancing.
I like the tilt animation. That's nice. Oh dear. Okay, so Toby is in the lead going into ball 3, but not by that many. So it's nice to see Toby in the final. We were talking about this with Dina. The work you do as a tournament director, generally you're too distracted to concentrate properly on the game. Not got a good feeling about this, have you?
No, he's not really.
Oh, he's back in control. So starts another mode.
Okay, he gets the ally, and that's 60 seconds double playfield. But this.
Ah, okay. So Roden is helping him.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can, at the beginning of the ball, I think you can switch the ally that's lit with your right flipper.
Okay.
And Roden is the 2x playfield, Mothra is a left outlane ball saver, and the other one is the multi-ball edible.
Look at that, 8 million for final blow.
And he has the next load lid and the Godzilla multi-ball and the Godzilla shot.
So Toby, show him why he is currently 54th in the world. Okay, so it's shot enough ramps, so it should not have a remote going there.
I think it's just kind of bail out shots because he was out of control.
Yeah, okay.
Actually his multi-ball wasn't up yet. It was just the first phase of...
So he now needs to hit the flashing targets here, yeah. And then that will enable the multi-bow mode at that.
Yeah, and the pro
shot.
this is actually a lot easier because there's no targets.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there is, but they are on the side and you have to hit them from there, which is a lot safer
Yeah, yeah.
than
Yep.
just bashing at them.
Godzilla is now making his way to the city's main line of defense.
Okay, yeah, sorry, yes, I was ignoring the chat. This is the top four. So it's been a warm-up tournament tonight with head-to-head Swiss play, and the top four qualified. They had to play a tie-break, so 5 of them played a tie-break on Fishtails just before this game. This is the first game of 3.
Yeah, 3 games.
Unless, of course, the tie-break is needed in this as well, in which case we'll play a 4th.
So it seems like the 2v2 battles that he just started are multi-ball modes.
Okay.
So this is not a regular multi-ball, it's one of the battle modes.
And is there another ball in the main multi-ball? You don't know? I'm not sure.
Maybe from the mystery,
Okay.
but I've not had that yet.
So Toby doing pretty awesome. He's 236 million already, and still scoring heavily.
Okay, it seems he has some sort of last shot for the mode. And that's it.
Great Nojin, absolutely great Nojin.
What happened? Why is the city not ours? Jets are being deployed to deal with Godzilla.
You seen his score lately?
Shield is dissipated. He's vulnerable.
256. Okay, so he's slowed down a little bit. So this gives him another of the loop jackpots, isn't it? So
now
that's
this
going to
time
be 16 million.
times
That's
2.
for shooting round here, and unfortunately misses it.
Still has some time, but
That's done. It's not on for long, is it? There it goes off. So only a few seconds that you get. Well, I think probably if you don't hit it first time, you're not going to get it because
yeah, if you're
you
lucky
can't.
and get a bounce in, maybe, but.
Okay, wow. This.
Godzilla will show Godzilla who is king.
Oh, we've got Rich Malaton. Hi, Rich. Good to see you on here. UK time, of course, so you're an hour behind. We're running a little bit later than planned, but that's nothing unusual for a Bulls and Balls warm-up tournament. Okay, so nearly at 300 million now.
Godzilla's spikes are starting to glow. Godzilla is getting ready to use his heat ray. Stand by.
Rich Mallet's saying hi to you as well. You know Rich Mallet.
Yeah,
Right?
of course. So he's... Oh, that's the tank multi-ball. He also had the destruction jackpot mode again. But I think if he plays this multi-ball first, it's gonna be bigger value. Or something like that. Because the value is based on your multi-ball scorings.
Okay.
Destroy tanks to light major cannon super jackpot.
So this tank multi-ball, I think it functions a bit like the Horde wizard mode from Walking Dead. You have to destroy the tanks before they get to you, and if they get to you, then your jackpot multiplier is decreased.
Okay, and if they don't, they have. So.
Godzilla unleashed a mighty tailwind. Could it be? Yes, a tank has successfully fired on Godzilla.
It's doing some great fighting.
The Tesla generator is under attack.
Okay, so building collapse is imminent.
Destruction jackpot is lit. Destruction jackpot. Godzilla's heat ray is building.
It doesn't actually look like he's ever going to lose this ball, does it?
No.
It's sort of really in
He
the...
had a few very good saves, but
Yeah.
besides that, he's never really been out of control.
Yeah, so I think a few people could look back at this and work out some of the strategies. He's moving towards another multi-ball, isn't he? That's quite surprising. I would have thought that would have been more difficult to start that multi-ball.
I would have expected him to at least start some sort of mode before he went
Yeah.
there.
Well, yeah. I mean, on the look of his face, he sort of wasn't expecting it to start because, you know, normally on at this stage of the game, you would have to hit things multiple times in order to light locks.
Yeah, it seems that just getting the building down always lights all three on.
Yeah, which is sort of strange. Maybe that'll get changed in future code updates.
And he's got his Tesla strike round going on, which is 18 million per shot. So that may be the reason that he just wants to get a multi-ball quick and isn't over the load. Because if he shoots the spinner, he can keep increasing that value over and over. And now he used the heat ray and got all the Tesla shots, and that's big points for him.
Great skill. And you've played really long pinball games. When you get to sort of final wisdom modes and things, don't you just get tired? Don't you just sort of think, I can't keep this going any longer?
If you're done, you're tired while you're in the game. There's not really any time to get tired, honestly.
That sort of always amazes me, because I know when I'm playing, if I'm having a really good ball, I sort of eventually get to a point where I think, I wish this ball would go down. It's like... Okay, time for a break. That's a damn good idea, okay, here we go again. Let's whack a few more 100 millions in. Okay, so multi-ball ends. Still no sign of him losing the ball though.
So he's got the instruction jackpot lit again, and it's gonna be 3x, and he's had such a great multi-ball. This is probably very much worth going for now.
Center shot. Then the loop for the destruction. Oh, and he lost the ball. Just think how many points he left on the table there. But that was pretty damn awesome.
He might have gotten tired there because the way he's played before, he would not have lost that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That's showing everybody how to do it. The thing I cannot believe about this machine is the display.
Yeah.
What score do we think Toby has there?
It looks like 137 million to me, but I'm pretty sure that's not true.
No, it should be at least 400 million, so...
I think it's 700 actually.
Yeah, maybe 700. So how can they design a machine that doesn't show you the score of the other players?
I mean, it does, but you have to do some guessing.
737, 510. Yeah. But if you were playing in a five-way tie break and you wanted to know just how many to get past, you really would struggle, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's
do I shoot
poor design, but
do I shoot a monster fish or do I shoot a demolition jackpot?
oh, I mean, it might get changed in future software updates. The game is not done yet. So.
I think there should be a streamer on every software design team.
Makes sense.
Yep,
Makes
I
sense.
would say so. Anybody want to vote for that? Get a streamer on the software design team. Oh dear. We've got the Fraleys watching again. They've been on all day. You met them when they were here, didn't you? Remember Laura and Carl Fraley from America? They came in 2019, summer 2019.
I actually don't.
Well, you may not have been here. I don't know. They were.
Might be.
I am sure you would have met them if you'd have been in that tournament. Oops, is that stuck?
Yeah, that's stuff that happens a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, it happened to Toby before, but it was in multi-ball, so he just shut it
Oh,
off.
I just shot it back out, okay. Okay, so the Doctor Who's TARDIS takes it back down again. You know, they just copied bits of... I mean, that top loop is just like the Doctor Who shot, isn't it? So, you know... Got the,
Yeah,
got the TARDIS, they've got the top loop, the Sonic Boom will be in there somewhere, I would think. Doesn't want to stay there. I think actually that's what I like about Toby's game is he's very controlled but on the fly at the same time. He knows the shots he's going for.
he doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss. His shot accuracy is quite amazing, isn't it? It's not like Flavio to tilt.
No, he just didn't get warm with this game at all.
Who would have thought that Flavio might have tilted the ball?
I mean, if it was my third ball and I only had 5 million, I would have tried everything to get it out there.
Yeah, so he did the right thing. And I've talked to Flavio about this, and he said, look, if I tilt, it means I've pushed the machine a tiny bit too far, but it will only be a tiny bit too far. It squeezes every little bit of the tilt system out that he can. What have you done with Clark then, Laura? Have you sent him out working or manning the pinball machines? Or? Amazes me that Toby's actually in the chat while he's playing the final game.
Just standing back there texting.
Yeah.
So Stefan will probably go second here. He just needs 4 more million, and then try his best to catch up with Toby.
Yeah, and he won't give in because he never does. You wouldn't. If you were in this position, you wouldn't be fighting all the way to first place.
I mean, it's definitely possible. I think Toby has shown that it's possible.
That's right. Yeah. So if he can do it.
So he's got the Angor's ally, and that's the edible during multi-ball.
Okay.
Has he played the house multi-ball yet?
I would have thought so.
Probably has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the destruction jackpot lit, so he must have played some sort of multi-ball.
Okay. Well, if Clark misses it, Laura, we are on all weekend, so I'm sure we will see Clark at some point.
Yeah, it's the half loop. It's deadly.
So we got to second place. Is that true?
Yeah, he gets second.
Okay.
So they already started the game?
Yes, this is player one. So since this is your game, what is there to do? I've never played this.
Yes, I give you a short background information about the Mafia at all. Then I go shortly into the game. So Mafia was developed by a company Team Pinball, which is basically 3 persons. Roman from France and Janos and Oti, which are Hungarians and living in UK. All 3 of them have been former employees of Highway Pinball, and when they have been bankrupt and closed, they decided they want to develop their own pinball machine. So they decided for a simpler game, developed the whole game, built 10 units out of it, presented the game, showed all 10 games live there, and it was the idea to maybe sell the game further. The demand at this time was not that big, so they've decided not to build any further games. So it's only 10 of these are existing. It's so-called now the Founders Edition. It's like styling-wise and play-wise, as you can see, it's like an EM game, but it has a small LCD, it has a nice sound. It is a mono sound system, so only one speaker in the cabinet. And let's say in the tournament, my recommendation to players is very simple. Go to the spinner,
So
get to the
one
hurry
in
up.
the center.
Yes, the one in the center. Because with the spinner you get to the hurry up, and the hurry up is such a high value, which starts with 8,000 points, and if you get this, then on the either on the right hand lane, on the left hand lane, or in the captive ball, this gets a lot of points.
So does it line one of these, or is it just any shot for the hurry up?
The hurry up is then lit. The first one is always on the right orbit. The second one I think is on the left orbit, and the third hurry up would be then on the captive ball, if I'm right. What helps you as well is when you see the spinner, you have on the left and right hand side of the spinner 2 targets. Now the left one is lit. If you shoot the right one as well, then the gun in the center of the mafiosi guy gets a further light, which is now the blue one. So you can increase here the value of the gun.
And how do you get that value? Or
Shoot the 2 center targets on
Okay.
the playfield, the yellow ones.
so is that worth it, or just something that happens?
It's worth to go for it, but it's more valuable, let's say, in tournament to go for the spinner.
Okay.
And if you have not a 100% hit on the spinner, you catch these 2 targets anyway, and this gives you some extra bonus. Tomorrow it is planned, when I talked together with Jim, that there should be a streaming where also Janos, so one of the developers who did as well all the rule sets, should be a co-moderator if everything works fine, and he gives us much more details on all of the rules. We do have this game, what we have here in our club in Flip Arena Vöcklerbruck. A lot of people play it. I always recognize it due to the sound when this game is played, even if a lot of other games are played. And the people like it because it's like a simple classic pinball machine, like an EM, with a nice flow. It's not too complicated, and is always worth for some nice fun games. I removed on the between the 2 flipper fingers on the center post the rubber, that on the tournament the game does not take too long.
The post is still there, but no rubber.
Yes, right. What is here as well something special, on the playfield, as it have been built, it's a wooden playfield as most of the manufacturers are doing it, but the wood is not printed. So what you can see here, the artwork, this is basically something similar like a playfield protector, but this is printed. So for example, if this would be worn, you remove the plastics, and you remove then the rubbers, it's easy accessible, you can lift it from the playfield, you put a new one on, and easily done. So theoretically wise, you can take such a game and exchange it with another artwork very fast. And then if you would like to do a modified version or an own pinball machine, the topic would be usually to have then an own software. But for something like this, it would say it's a good basis. They have done an own development of the electronics with through-hole technology, so no SMD, easy to repair, and sockets on the components, so very, very nice to handle. So now Flavio is playing. He have already 8,500 points.
He's got his first hurry up.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of bonus if you get a lot of hurry ups, or do they just?
No, this not. But there are some other additional features what you can get when. But I'm not 100% again familiar with it because usually go for the spinners. But you see in the middle center left area a further target, a yellow one, and on the right hand side. Then you have on the left side where the ball was shortly now a small side lane, and so you have some additional features what you can get and what you can shoot. Right now we have again a big hurry up, so on the left orbit he would get 8,000 points.
So does every hurry up increase in value?
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
And I think the maximum, the grand champion on this game right now is something like 112,000, which was played several years ago in Munich on the German Pinball Association Spring Convention, where it was as well already in the tournament. So this machine moved already a bit. It had been already once in Netherlands, where the guys from Team Pinball have been there for a presentation, and as well in Munich, now here. I like it to take sometimes games which are not so known and a bit rare to events that the people can play it. Pinball is here to play it and have fun, not only to be in a collection and not seen by anybody.
So here on the playfield, there's something that says 2x playfield multiplier. How do you get that?
Yeah, this is the orbit shot. When you go on this captive ball, it goes to the back, and then you have a target on the total end. So it moves over the inserts, and then there is a target.
So every time you hit it, it gives 2x playfield, or how does it work?
Unfortunately, I cannot answer. I think you need first some other shots that it get lit. Right now it's lit, and this I think is mandatory to get the 2x playfields.
Okay.
Because you need to have the red lights behind activated for it. I can check together with Janos that he sends me the whole rules sheet for it, and can post it once then on our website or on Facebook site that the people can have a look on it.
Yeah, that would be helpful, probably.
He's working further on code, but right now not big on Mafia. Based on this project, they have shown their skills and their competence, so other companies are contracting them for different tasks where they work for, and I know that there is another project which should come out soon, which we will offer as well at our Pinball web shop then, something nice, and will not take too long. So they are still working here on different pinball projects, but...
So any information on what it's gonna be already, or...?
I'm not allowed to tell right now, but it will only be a matter of some weeks.
Okay.
And yeah, what's very... you can say here, let's say, out of a homebrew project, you could call it basically homebrew, because all three have a normal job where they are working on. So out of their passion and hobby, which they invested a lot of time, also the money to develop the game, and it got, from my point of view, successful for them, because it gives them the opportunity to work in the area which they love, which is pinball, and where they can earn some extra money and work in the different projects. So Oti and Janos are still living in UK, and Romain is back in France.
So is this already ball 3? I kind of didn't keep track of it.
Yes, ball 3, player 2, ball 3.
So Toby finishes around 11,000.
Yes.
Would you say that's a good score, or?
Not really. So I put it a bit more inclined on the angle, and we removed the rubber in the center. But for the pin golf, it's the target, what I discussed with Toby. To get the 1, you need to reach a score of 40,000 points.
40,000. So how many hurry-ups would that be?
You would need 3 or 4 hurry-ups.
Okay, that sounds doable, but...
Yes. It always depends how fast you achieve the hurry-up, but this is something really doable, and due to the fact that we had several times really this score, we say it's this, or I recommended him this score, because it should not be that everybody can get the 1, but it should also be at the end a score which is somehow achievable, and not everybody have a 7. And but it's a bit like OLEMs, as you know it. They can be a bit of challenge.
So it kind of looks like an EM from a playfield. Does it play like one from with the flippers, or? No,
from the mechanical point of view, it's really like a normal game, like or not normal. Also, an EM is a normal game, but a bit like a more actual one. You have seen here now, Stefan. He achieved the hurry up. He have already 23,000 points. Needs 11 shots on the spinner, so 1 good shot in there, and maybe he have already again the next hurry up.
The ball block spins there. It's unfortunate. So this hurry up then is going to be at the captive ball, or?
This should be normally at the captive ball. Yeah. So next hurry up is lit on the captive ball.
Can you increase the hurry up value in any way while it's going, or?
I don't think so.
I mean, it's going up right now.
Yeah, it was 8 before, then 10, and now 12.
Okay. Yeah. If that post would have had a rubber, that probably would have come back.
Yeah, but I think it was quite now, in comparison, quite a good score. So now we have the last player who is coming, Benjamin. 4,500, but nothing lost till now, so still a good chance. Tobias is now third place, so Tobias would get 2 points. Sto is now first, so Tobias, if the position keeps like it is, Tobias and Stefan would be equal points.
Yeah, I could imagine Benny getting over Tobias though. It's not a lot, so that's missing for him.
Right now he got as well the multiplier on the bonus.
And he's got the hurry up lit, so if he gets this, he will be over him.
Right. I'm now not sure if the 2x playfield is already lit, so this would mean he might get a double hurry up, but he didn't achieve it.
So is bonus worth anything on this game, or?
Not that high like on the other games, but it really helps as well. Okay. Could be a few thousands when you have a good game. What is on the skill shot here, something important. For the 3 lanes on the top, you cannot move them by your flipper fingers. They move by time, so you need really to time your shots for the skill shot.
What does the skill shot give? Is it bonus multiplier? Or?
It's 500 points. And I think directly 1 bonus level. So here he got the car chase in downtown, which he had now 1 shot in there. If he gets 2 more, he can come as well to another mode, and I think it's diamonds what you're collecting then.
But it seems he's just going for the hurry up. Doesn't care about the modes. Right.
Yeah, because in tournament really for getting a lot of points, this is on this game quite an easy and the best strategy. So you have already 25,000 points. 2x playfield.
So he has 2x playfield hurry up lit. If he gets this, he might be able to finish first actually. So it has to go all the way to the back to count?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say 2 hours ago this would have been already a tilt. We have in the club the game is usually a bit more sensitive, but Toby lowered the tilt panel already a bit.
So it seems like Flavio actually got first though by like 500 points or something.
We'll see in 1 seconds.
Right, so we are...
So, everybody is still... Benjamin cannot win the tournament, but Flavio, Stefan and Tobias will be a quite interesting final now. The last game will decide really who will be first, second and third, so no pre-decision already done.
Yep.
Hot Wheels is really a very fast game, and this is one of the reasons why I really like it. Very nice shots, and when you go over the orbit it comes so fast back. Very, very nice and flowy game. Have a nice feature as well in there, which everybody knows already from the getaway. When you go on the RPM targets, you can, and you do it several times, and you can go to the red line mania.
Yeah, effective red line mania, and the RPM targets are the most important part of this game, aren't they? Because it gives you playfield multiplier for each gear that you step, each gear that you step up. So
on real good games, when people have it at home, it's not millions what you count; it's billions.
Yeah.
What they achieve.
Yeah. So you will see. I actually played this strategy as well earlier in the game. It is just playing the left orbit over and over and over again, because you're getting millions of points for doing that, and it's like really safe.
But it's also good when you go for the race, like here for example, this shot. On the left side where the 11 is, he is already on 12th position.
Yeah.
And then you would go for 11, then for the 10, 9 and so on to go in a different race. And collect a lot of cars, and as more cars as you can get, as more bonus you get at the end, which could also be very significant on this game.
So Richard's saying that I sent Paul to bed. That's, that's a bit extreme, Rich, but I do take your point. His dad Sven's sitting out here, and I talked to Paul earlier and said, look, jokingly, if you don't get in the final, come into the commentary box. and he's absolutely shattered. He's been at school all day, and then he's driven from home to here. And his dad said he was sort of in two minds. He was so tired he wanted to go to bed, but he also wanted to commentate with you. So, like, that's really nice. And I mean, Paul is really easy to commentate with. He's very knowledgeable and very easy to talk with. So, just like you.
Thank you very much. But I'm not so well or so familiar, let's say, with rules like he is,
right.
because
Yeah, true, yeah.
he's really good at training the rules and going for the big competitions.
Yeah.
And even if I have really a lot of these games, I do not have so much time to play all of them so much, and try to have here the basic rules that I can play them. And I'm as well more a on-the-fly player, not like Flavio is doing here, which is usually the needed strategy in a tournament, that you really control the ball much more, but I enjoy it much more on the fly.
Yep. I do a mixture of both, and normally when I try and control, I lose the ball. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
On both of our hands. So he achieved now to go further on building the...
CNK, you missed Mafia. Sorry about that, but if you hang on, we're not going to be on here for that much longer. So just go on Twitch history after we've shut the stream down, and you'll see it just rewind. Well, fast forward, in fact, to pretty much the end of the stream, and you'll find the game there. So.
If you're interested really in Mafia and more deeper information on rule sets, join us tomorrow.
Yeah, we are going to have the team Pinball from UK, Southern Wales. We're hoping to have them on here on a Zoom call or Skype call or something. That's my challenge for tomorrow morning, is to get that set up. And Stefan here knows the guys really well. I think you've spent some time this week in their factory.
No.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, well, it wasn't this week. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. So, anyway, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. So,
not at them, but during Expo time, I had been now in the last 2 weeks, let's say, quite a long time in Chicago. And when we go for the streaming of Halloween within the next days, I can give you as well some information about what's going on at Spooky. Okay. It's really good progress going forward there.
Yep. Okay, so this is Flavio. We're on ball 2, I think.
Yes, ball 1.
Ball 1 still. Okay.
Still ball 1. Tilt.
And okay, unfortunate tilt, but there was good progress made there. That was a good ball. However, had he played the RPM targets, that score could be 4 times as much as he's got there. That's I saw Dirk Elsals play this. We did a reveal stream of this machine in Pinball Universe during the lockdown. And I've seen Dirk play this machine, and he plays literally for RPM before he, pretty much before he does anything else. He gets the gear level right up
to have a good basis for all future shots. What you do to collect a lot of points. When you shoot on the battle targets, which are on the left-hand side, and you have them totally lit, then you can choose one of the 4 monsters to battle from. Where you have either the build track target or shot, which is right now lit on the top area, or the right hand side a shot. And so
Okay.
you...
You can use this if you want. If you press that button to draw and then press that button to clear.
Which button to draw?
Just the.
Okay, so when you go here for the battle shots and all is lit, then you get one of these monsters which you can defeat by either this shot or... sorry, it's here.
Okay. And then just press that.
One of these two shots. So, and on the skill shots, so Toby did right now, he got up to number 1. So the skill shot is get the ball up either to number 2, 1, 2, or to number 3.
Right to number 3.
And then the ball goes back down.
Yep.
Which... oh, center. So and these targets, like you had now the yellow one, where is also the red and the green one. When you hit them directly, they can be a bit of a beast because the game is quite fast. Might happen as well that it drains directly in the center.
Okay. So we got battle ready there. So is this started that battle from that position?
Yes. So now there is the video coming. He is going for the
nice monster.
For the dinosaur.
And you can continue to hit RPM during a battle and during a multi-ball?
I think so.
Yep.
It's right now P is lit, so you can still go further and increase your refs.
Oh, and misjudged there. There's the centre post, so he was hoping the ball was going to bounce on the centre, slightly off to the right, I think. We could do a quick replay of that if you want to watch the replay. Oh no, just missed it. Sorry about that. Okay, so he completes RPM, and oh no, he didn't at the end, did he?
Oh, tilt warning, final warning, so one more to go for tilt.
Oops.
Had been lucky that...
was that an intelligent ball save?
It was still lit on shoot again, it was
okay,
still
yeah.
flashing. So it was a perfect timing, let's say.
Yeah,
or lucky timing.
Because he couldn't push it, obviously, nothing left. So.
What is here really nice as well on this game, what you very rare see on new ones, on new games, is that the plastic ramps have this orange and blue color.
Yeah.
Usually they are transparent, and they really put in here some small details like this on American Pinball to try to have the quality on a very good high level, which I think they achieve very good with all of their games.
Yep.
Take care about the small details. So Flavio is going on. Right now it would look like that he's winning the tournament, but it's only now ball 2, so still 8 balls to go.
I'm going to say Toby will be fighting, Stefan will be fighting.
For sure.
So
Tournament is over after the last ball of the last player.
Absolutely. Usually, sometimes before. But
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we are building a track, and the shots then give you pieces towards the track, or do you have to go back in the track hole? I can't remember.
In the build track shot.
Yeah, so
You need to go in there. In the beginning it's 3 times. I think on later time points the tracks are getting as well larger, and you need more shots in there.
yep.
But then the tracks will be more valuable. So collecting different cars. The animation, like they did it here for the videos, I think is very nice and fits perfectly to the Hot Wheels with
It does,
the small
yeah,
clay
yeah.
person and doing all the small movements.
Yep. I think it has a lot of appeal, doesn't it? This game. It wants the P for RPM again. It's still in first gear, so gear must go back
Seems
again.
not to be so familiar with the rule set. Otherwise, I assume Flavio would have shot it directly.
I don't think Flavio knows this game at all. I think
But
it's...
nobody was really strong going for the RPM.
Yeah. And I say, I only know that from watching Dirk play, and obviously PU had this in their place for a long time, so he will have learned the best way to play it.
So 3 loops, and here was something there like 3 more to light multi-ball or so.
Okay.
Battle is lit, so he could go for either the right hand shots, the one which is now
Over that way it's gone.
it's over here or over here.
Okay, so
Then he could now battle against the T-Rex. I'm really curious to see how Flavio will end in his crossing this weekend. Last time when he had been here in Fulda, he really got a lot of over points.
Yeah. Oh, nice, nice Lazarus there. We'll have a clip of that one. I think that's worth. Yeah, nice.
66 million points.
Yeah.
Well, it's still for somebody who is familiar with the rules would have had maybe already 200-300 millions, because the RPM would have raised all the scores of the shots tremendously.
Yeah.
Loop crash multi-ball. 0 crashes. 6 more to light super jackpots. Because he really never shot it on the P, or even on the multi-ball. No one was accidentally going through there.
No, that's right. And yeah, I'm assuming nobody's actually told them the importance of doing that, because they would shoot it when they go back on that P from there with that ball. So you would think that would be the obvious shot. Great patience, isn't it? This is Flavio at his best. Is this great patience in waiting for the ball to get to the right place?
Yes, it's really. Flavio is going to a lot of tournaments as well in Austria, which is maybe a bit closer than here at Fulda. So I know him since several years, but he really developed his skills and patience and playing pinball a lot in the last years.
Yeah. He came to free play in Hurton. Flew in from Italy. I mean, my pinball club in Hurton is sort of a smallish. Well, I say smallish place. We've got 34 pinball machines, so it's not that small, but it's sort of more for the local community. And to get a guy flying in from Italy for the tournament, he won it. Yeah, it was just great to see him.
And you can speak with. You don't speak, so you don't like to speak German, but Flavio is very well
in German.
Very good speaking German.
Yeah. Well, he travels everywhere with Wolfgang Hay,
Yes.
and Wolfgang is not that comfortable in English. He's he much prefers German in his speech. So I think Flavio and Wolfgang speak German between. Oh no, they'll speak Italian, of course.
Wolfgang pushed him very strong to speak German when he is with Flavio in Austria. Good, so 111 million. Oh, still one ball in there.
Yeah.
Once again,
that was just waiting. Patiently waiting. It was coming back, and that's a great single flipper. And now he got the RPM targets there, didn't he? So where's the red line? you've got to keep building the gears up round here, haven't you? So it's so it's to drive round here.
7 more loops to like multiple again. We collected already a lot of cards.
It's fighting. Okay. So this must be a mini wizard mode or something, is it?
I've never achieved it to come to.
so we don't know. Let's assume it's a mini wizard mode. It sort of looks like it might be. Jackpots of nearly 1 million. It's got RPM flashing, so come on, get some RPM targets hit.
Right now I think the ramps will score maybe more because the ramps are lit on the right circle.
Yeah, it's only
not the pops. Because the spinners, which you talked before about,
yeah.
I think it need to be lit on the loop to score then so much points.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that shot is scoring, but it's not scoring a huge number of points. So. Skill shots puts gears up as well. That's true. Yeah, I remember telling me that you the importance of getting the number 3 on the skill is not just the points it gives; it's that it gives you that gear number. So you start at gear 3 if you get a 3 level skill shot. So yes, I mean, don't forget there are there still only 10 of these pinball machines being made?
No, this was for Mafia. Yes.
Ah, sorry, that was Mafia. Yeah, sorry, I was on the wrong machine.
So Hot Wheels is still in production from American Pinball, available, and very reasonable price. So including tax in Europe, it's around 7,000 euros, slightly below, depending on the country and the VAT what you have.
Yep.
So with the increased prices, still a very reasonable one.
Okay. Yep. All right, you can see here now is on the 3rd out of 4 of the battles. So he's fighting a gorilla at the minute. Any sign of a gorilla? Can you see any gorillas?
Yes, it's now coming already.
Gorilla's coming. Ah, there's the gorilla. Yeah. Okay, we've got a gorilla.
There are also some nice moddings available where you can put the gorilla directly into the pinball machine.
Okay, I think that was a pretty awesome ball there from Flavio. 130 million, he finishes on there, and he's collected a lot of cars.
Yes, and as you can see now, it's already good amount of points.
Yeah.
With the different cars what he got, already 11 million as well.
Yeah, nice.
Only on bonus.
Okay, so he's setting a challenge. Let's see if the others are up to it.
Battle is lit, so right now he could start against the gorilla.
Yep.
It looks like that he goes for this shot.
Oh, unfortunate drain. Okay, so only 6 cars, and Flavio had hundreds. Yeah,
Yes.
so it's a big difference. So this is a different type of final that we're playing here this tournament weekend. Machines that are not normally played in our finals, and that's giving different challenges to different players. And it's not suiting Toby, this... Okay, so Benny ball 2, and then we just have 1 ball left for each player. And are we likely to finish up in a tie break?
On the score, on the best 16 or best 31, which you show on the bottom of your stream, besides on the players,
yeah.
What is this? Is this the best position what he had?
Yeah, the best
ever in the IFPA ranking?
Yeah, the highest he's ever been on the ranking. So that's these.
So we see we have really some players top notch in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
All of them had been already in the best 50.
Yeah. Now that.
This is something what you can really recognize here in Fulda, that really a lot of good players are coming here.
Yeah.
To playing on the weekends. With 5 tournaments in this weekend.
Yep, there are.
It's a lot of whopper points what you can get. And always it's here a lot of fun together with Matthias and his team on the location. So nobody is following the strategy to going for the races and completing.
Ah, okay. Before you plunge, you use the left flipper to rev the engine. And the skill shot then locks in that rev value. Does that ring any bells?
Would be something similar, like Highway Pinball had it on the full throttle.
Yeah, that's right. Full throttle worked very
For
similar.
a skill shot where you needed to go in a certain rev range, to be not in the red one, but be in the orange one, and green was too weak.
Yeah.
So I've not heard about this. Would be interesting to try it later on.
So okay, battle targets completed.
Yes.
So shows the battle. Battle against Gorilla. Okay. So here comes the Gorilla. You can't see it all yet, but you assume it's a Gorilla. Oops. Okay, so Benny though currently in second position, yeah.
So you see it was really quite a good ball from Flavio. Took quite long. Let's see what he can make now with the third ball. Skill shot 2. Super skill shot added as well. Track pieces added. Going forward. Oh.
I don't think that one's coming back. No. So Flavio finishes on 145 million.
Yeah,
still,
it will be still 10 million or so, something like bonus.
So, assuming he keeps that lead, he will be on 8 points. And it is possible for a tie between Toby and Stefan if Stefan beats Toby and Benny finishes up in last position. But well, in fact, there are two options there for a tie. So I don't think this game in this tournament is quite over yet. But let's see. Nice.
The ref signal removed now again quite fast from 4 to 1.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is timing or if you get, let's say, negative effect when you keep the flip finger on the top when you collect the balls.
Maybe.
There is some feature like as well on the Guns N' Roses when you are in the multi-ball and you keep the flipper fingers on top, then the pipe on the right hand side decreases of value.
Yeah.
Maybe this is one of the reasons why they don't get the refs so high.
Yeah, because we've not seen anybody anywhere near red line.
And all of them are keeping the balls always well.
Yeah.
Controlling it then.
Yeah.
So this would be something which gives you an advantage when you're playing more on the fly.
Yep. So here we go, Toby. He's got... Toby needs to make sure he beats Stefan. That's his task
Already
here.
done.
It's already done, okay.
So Stefan have 18
Stefan 18, yeah, so he's already past Stefan.
Toby is for sure already second.
Yep.
It's the question if he could beat Flavio or not. Because what would happen if he gets not to beat Flavio, but Benjamin would win? Then Flavio would have 2 points, Toby 1, and then it would be a tie.
Yep.
So if Benjamin would still go on first position, it would be a further opportunity for a tie. Challenge for Toby. Usually he's a bit more nudging and already final warning there.
Okay, so and Benny could upset the apple cart here, couldn't he?
Even if Benny would win now, he would be behind Toby, because Toby gets 2 points, gets then 1 point, then he would have 6. So. But then for Benny it would be an opportunity to maybe get on third position. So assumption right now is Flavio 1, Tobias, Stefan and Benjamin. But let's see what he can do with his last ball.
Absolutely. So as you say, it's never over till it's over. Ooh, nice. So yeah, you can sort of get the feeling that none of these players know the higher risk strategy and of getting points quickly. So.
Oh, he's already second.
Italy 1, Germany 0, yeah. Well said, Rich. Final warning. So, can you get a mystery award that gives you any tilt back? Is that sort of thing you would expect perhaps in American pinball?
What you mean, like for an extra tilt warning?
Yeah. I don't expect you to know. It's just sort of something that might be added to games. It's sort of an obvious thing to do, isn't it? Because you've counted your two tilts, and I know Jersey Jack does it a lot in his machines.
But in tournament settings, usually something like this should be then deactivated by random effect. But,
if it's random, yeah, I agree. But if you could earn it,
yes,
then that's a different
fine.
thing. So, okay, what we were saying about Benny. Benny's already 40 million.
Let's see.
He's trying to like battle, isn't he? That's his strategy is battle. When next shot he doesn't shoot battle, of course. There he is, this. Well, it's not particularly easy, is it, to shoot the B and the A? He's got a lock. He's got a lock lit at the at that shot now. So
Right
score.
ramp value is now 6 million. Was mentioned on the display.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it launches car. This would be a big hit. Increasing score. Already on 50 million.
Nice.
So he gets the bit and multi-ball.
So that's the track builder multi-ball, which we going to call a mini wizard mode, whether it is or not.
So, if he would really achieve it, he would have 4 points and get to overall 5 points. Flavio would have 6 and Tobias would have 6 too.
Ah. Oh dear, yeah. This generally happens on the warm-up tournament when
It's getting already a bit late.
It's getting late, and yeah, we've all been working today, so it's
Tilt one, final one. Getting dangerous for him now.
Yeah. He had final warning before, so this must be another final warning. How many final warnings can he have? Mega super jackpot, 10 million. Okay. Okay, double drain. So unfortunate. Let's just see that again. That was double drain is always not a very nice way to finish a game, particularly the last game in the tournament. So you can see the look of disappointment on his face there. But you know, that's awesome play by all the players. We will say Italia again, because Italy are victorious, and we can't do that because that won't be Germany. So we could mix the things up, and we could have Italia is victorious.